Whoa, I've got awesome morning air! Yeah, okay, we're just going to deal with that. Anyway, today we are doing another one of my increasingly less rare book reviews. And today we are dealing Tales of Beedle the Bard. The Tales of Beedle the Bard. With additional notes by Professor Albus Dumbledore. Which, if you cannot tell, is a J.K. Rowling publication. Now, again, this is an intentionally, just don't know if you can see, an intentionally distressed copy. This book is printed in China, and it is essentially fairy tales if wizards wrote fairy tales. And I remember I purchased this book because it was for a children's charity called Loomis that was started by J.K. Rowling. So it's rather upsetting to me that this book was printed in China because they have a terrible human rights platform, and probably children put this book together for us. So when you think about that, children may have suffered so that this book could come into existence, which is very upsetting. But anyway, so what we have in this book is we have essentially the main characters tend to be wizards who interact very readily with the non-magical world. There are stories of morality and finding what you need in life without having to, use certain kinds of magic. And it is specifically stated in the notes by Dumbledore that these tales are tales of fiction and that magic doesn't work that way. So, this is very interesting given the fact that this person is supposed to be magical, but these are fairy tales. So, they are to magic users as, fairy tales are to us. So that it's absurdical magic in that manner. Now, again, this is a quick read. You're going to get through this in maybe an hour. I did. I enjoyed this book, but you want to have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them handy, because there are a number of references to that. And, just so on and so forth. This is a good little book with a sturdy cover. I enjoyed the fact that Dumbledore's notes were a lot more plentiful than Harry Potter's notes in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And yes, it would be hard to imagine you buying the other book without this one, although I do think they are sold separately. I purchased this in a 3-volume set. In fact, I think this was the last time I purchased books, because I'm actually not allowed to purchase books until I read 100 of my own books. So that's the deal, is I have to read 100 books before I can purchase another one. So this is one of those, one of the last books I purchased before making that deal with myself. Now again, I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I think this is a good little book. It is definitely worth a read. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, this book is definitely a must-have. But it is a book that is a kind of a showy book. It's going to go up on your mantle next to all your Harry Potter flair and not necessarily on your bookshelf. And incidentally, the 3 books in this set are all different colors. So if you're doing that thing where your books are all matched by color, this is really going to annoy you. In any case, yes, I enjoyed this book. I guess I helped some kids, or at least I stopped less misery than I created by purchasing it. So all in all, an excellent little book. I can't really go too far into stories because there's 5 different ones I think in this, and they're all a little different, and they're all kind of about a different topic. But they generally involve finding oneself or some kind of morality, dabbling in the dark arts and so forth. And then they have an explanation within them. So, yes. Totally dug this one. Liked it much better than the last one. I have not read all the Harry Potter books. I think there's 3 of them in this room that are waiting for me to read them, but that's kind of beside the point. And yeah, okay, rating this one a buy. If If you're a Harry Potter fan, definitely a buy. If you're a fan of classic fairy tales, definitely a buy. And if you're not into those things, well, this isn't for you. Any case, so why don't you tell me what your favorite fairy tale is down in the comments below. I'm Richard Neal.